Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Buildmonger and welcome to a brand new series. We are playing All the Mods 3 Remix. Now this mod pack is a series very much based on just like doing whatever you want, kind of a kitchen sink, like a relaunch of their All the Mods 3 pack. In today's episode of this series, you will see me build this barn, decorate its interior, and build this little tower right here, as well as lay out plans for other buildings in the future. Now, I am always seeking constructive and interesting criticisms that I can use to better my content. So, if you have any of those, make sure to test me. And if you do enjoy the video, do hit that subscribe button and potentially even that notification bell. But you know what? Let's launch straight into it, guys. Alright, guys, so we have the outline of the first two buildings already set up here. The first one is right here, and this is going to be kind of our main storage building. The second one I have yet to decide a purpose for, but I know it will be used well as we go along with our stuff. So, for the materials, I have decided to use red concrete in the arrayed brick pattern because normally barns are made out of wood, and there is red wood in this mod pack. There's biomes aplenty, there are red painted woods, but I personally feel like I really like the red brick color of the concrete, and I wanted to use it, so that's what we're going with. As for the rest of it, we are using uneven vertical oak wood planks for the floor, and as for the kind of pillars, we are using these simple marble pillars right here. So to start off building, what we're going to do is we are going to take this part up, just make a little doorway around the fence gate, and we're just going to go up a little bit like so, and do the same like so, and this part is going to be a bit of a window, so we're going to do that, boom boom boom, and go up one more just like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to pop over to our crafting bench and start working on the window. And as you can see, I do have a bit of glass here, and I can just plop these in right here. It's kind of a little bit of a thing. A little bit of a window. Next thing to put in are the pillars up front. So what we're going to do is we're going to rise up all the way on both sides, just like so. And as we go up, we are just going to come across like this, and they will horizontally connect just like that. After we got all that, we got a very basic front. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to take the fourth one here, and we're going to put a fourth pillar like so. And that is the front facade of our building. And you know what? What could look good is, you know, that's way too much. What I could do is I could put a torch here to make the red more visible. I'm not too sure yet, but I know I kind of want that to be more visible. Over here, we're going to mostly do the same, but I'm going to do that sort of off camera, so let's kind of work on the sides. Now, as you can see on here, the door and window automatically kind of directly connect to the corners, and we don't want that same thing to happen on the side walls, because that way it's just not going to look the best. So what we're going to do is we are going to space these out too before we place any windows. And then we're going to do some, I think 3 wide windows, or 3 high rather. How does this look? I think that's fine. Does that fit in equally is the question. Oh yeah, that works perfectly fine. 3 high, 1 wide, and we go all the way up, just like so. I know I'm not gonna have enough red concrete to finish this, but you know, we will work through it, or whatever. So we're just gonna do something like this. That looks pretty darn good, and we are going to fill that in with some light gray stained glass on each of these 3 windows. Now on the back, I would like to keep this face blank, but I would like to put something in the backyard, probably like hay storage or like an outpost. But right now, I kind of want to have the area sort of available if I need it for various things, you know, like, you know, a ladder or whatever, because there are going to be kind of underground cellar type portions of this, so that is something to take into consideration. So yeah, and there we go. So we got the basic structure of this barn set up, as you can see, and I think looks really good from the outside and the inside. I only have 35 red concrete left, so we are going to need to get a lot more of that before starting the second barn, but that'll all come in time. Now, the roof we are not going to do on camera because I suck at building roofs on camera, but the material we're going to use for it is this, not the slate roof, let me look at this. Slate brick, I think it is. How do you make that? Slate tiles, which are just a piece of slate and a crafting table. So you do this, and then you do this. And what this is it gives you... Wait, no, that isn't right. How do you make the slate brick? Can you make the slate brick? Because, like, it's looking here like there's a recipe conflict. Well, if not, I'm just going to use the slate roof. Because either way, the texture does look good for the barn, you know? So I'm gonna build the roof for this, and I'll come back to you. Welcome back. As you can see, we have finished the roof on the barn. It looks okay. I'll say that much. I'm not the best builder when it comes to straight up roofs, and I think it kind of shows here. I know I could do a lot of chisels and bits, but whatever. I gotta kind of learn this stuff, and I don't really want to spend too much time with chisels and bits. As I have noticed in Bounds on my previous series, it does kind of bog down just a little bit the flow of episodes. So I just want to kind of avoid a little bit of that. But regardless, I think we got a pretty good barn. I decided to remove the second outline here, as you can see, because, well, I figured that I want to kind of variate the shapes of the buildings. And I figured that, you know, that's just a general good tip. So I'm going to have probably smaller buildings in this, and they're just going to be the same colors, but dotted around. Different style roofs, different sizes, probably a silo where my mine is right here. I don't really know just yet. But, you know, some of that I think we'll plan out in today's episode, and some of that we'll do in the next episode as well. So, yeah. But I want to do a little bit of interior decor on camera, because that's something I can actually kind of do on camera and explain a bit better than, like, regular building. We got a bit of a carpet that we can start kind of placing down, but basically it's a chiseled carpet, and it looks very rustic, very neat. It's just chiseled white wool carpet. They have 2 variants of every carpet in the vanilla game, in the chisel mod, and they have like one that's original and one based on the llama carpet in 1.11. We also got these bookshelves, which can also be chiseled. I'm going to make them rainbow. I actually really like the shades of the rainbow bookshelves. So what we're going to do is we are going to get like a little bit of a bookshelf here. I'm considering once I do get a chiseling all this to half size, but then we won't get the cool connected textures. Oh man, I don't know just yet, but I think the rainbow bookshelves look cool. Over here, I got these oak chairs from Rustic. Recipe is like so, and you get 4 of them. I'm just going to place a few of them against the wall here, just to sit in. So we got the first floor interior done, but that's not all the building we're going to do today. We're going to do a little bit of other stuff, so let me get some progress done on the other buildings and I'll come back to you. Outlines of the buildings have now been finished. As you can see, our barn is right here. And we got a little bit of an ellipsoid silo right here. We got 3 across and 5 across on this side. So it's not really a perfect circle, but I kind of like that. This is either going to be a silo, or what we could do is we could hook up a windmill from Immersive Engineering onto the top of this thing, and we can get like a windmill going, and that could actually be super cool. I'm not entirely sure just yet what I'm going to do. We got like a little L-shaped thing here, little cabin type thing. It's kind of a barn, kind of not. I'm not entirely sure how it's in here. I'm thinking almost like an ME system or a refined storage system whenever we get to that. That building's gonna have to wait as well. I think we're gonna work on this square tower building here. Just because it's the simplest, I want something to round off my episode, so to speak. So I'm just going to try and see if I can come up with a little bit of a cool design for this. I've gotten a few more resources, so it should all be good. So yeah. As you can see, I do have to first off connect the doors. This is meant to be kind of a smaller, scale build, obviously, because I don't really want to jump headfirst into a bunch of bigger, towns, projects, town builds just yet. Want to kind of start small after building kind of my main settlement, which is that barn right there. It's not really populated. I did move my storage in there, which is a bunch of disorganization, but my crafting table, furnaces, and bed are still out here, but regardless. So we got this, and we got, if you come over here, as you can see, we got 2 layers. We got 2 layers of the red brick after this door, and that is true for all sides. That is there for a reason. I don't want, there will be a window directly, I think, above each one of these, and I'm just going to use these pillars that I haven't built up yet to pillar up. And I'm immediately going to fall off because I'm just that type of person. And I'm immediately going to place things wrong because I'm also that type of person. But yeah, so we are just going to kind of bring this stuff up. And this is where we're going to start the first window. So we're going to do the kind of same thing. We're going to do a 2 wide gap here. And we are going to cap that off. So it's kind of a very simple design, obviously. Nothing groundbreaking. It's not meant to. It's not meant to be groundbreaking. And that's by design, It's a starter base, It might not be a starter base, but this part of it definitely is. So jumping down here, we can extend all of our pillars up. And we got a little bit of that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to extend these all up one more, and we're going to bring the pillars horizontally across, which I think is going to definitely look pretty good. I'm going to want to see this from below before continuing. Obviously there will be window panes in the windows, so don't judge that part of it. I don't know. Obviously, this is meant to be incredibly basic. But I'm thinking it's too basic, Just my opinion. I think we actually need to possibly tear the window down and do this horizontal pillar treatment in between the first door in the window. I think that could actually be a useful thing. Let me get some work done on this because my pick just broke. Great segue. Forced segues are the best segues, believe it or not. And I will get some stuff done. I'll see you in a bit. So, looking at this tower, it really didn't turn out barn-like. It's almost, with these slate accents I added, before these, it looked really bland, and, not necessarily like any architectural style at all, but now it almost looks like kind of an old town city style thing. It's kind of nice. It's not the best, but it's fine. Did kind of like a mansard style roof up top. I have not exactly expanded the interior or brought the dirt up to it yet, which reminds me, we have not even talked at all, I think, about this dirt mixture. It's cobble chiseled dirt, chunky chiseled dirt, horizontal chiseled dirt, and plated chiseled dirt. And what that does, this is the standard mix of dirt that I use for almost all of my builds, and I don't know. I really like it. I really think it just adds a lot to kind of basic path designs. Obviously, we have 2 buildings left to go, but I think that is probably going to be enough for today. So, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I shall see you later. Peace.